The holes in our boat. What are all these holes in the boat? When we first looked at our boat, I counted about 9 holes in the boat. That's right, 9 holes in the hull of the boat. And I thought, is this going to sail along like it should? Or sink as soon as they put it in the water? These are the things that I thought about when I went to bed, when I should have been sleeping soundly. Hi, I'm Doug, and this is my first mate Peggy. Together, we're sailing the coast of Maine in our 30-foot hunter called Lavender Love. So why is it that boats float and rocks sink? There are 2 forces at work here, gravity and buoyancy. Gravity pushes objects down, and buoyancy mainly pushes up. When that upward force is greater than the gravitational push downward, the object floats. This is why huge ships made of steel can float on the water. Okay, so much for the science lesson. Let's get on to the holes in our boat. The first hole is a drain for the anchor locker. The anchor locker is where the anchor rod, or chain and rope, are stored. Water can come over the bow of the boat and it needs a place to drain. So this is a good hole because it drains water out of the boat. The second hole, which is below the water line, is for the transducer. The transducer checks the sea temperature, the speed through the water, and the depth of the water. This is actually a plug that goes in your boat before the boat's placed in the water, unless somebody forgets, in which case it can go in after the boat's in the water, if you're quick. Next we have the drain for the bilge pump. The bilge pump sits in the bottom of the boat and pumps out any water that happens to get into the bottom of the boat. And yes, I have replaced the outer flange on this one. Moving back is the exit for the exhaust and also the cooling water. Water is taken up from the ocean, circulates around the engine, and then comes out along with the exhaust. This is one of those wonderful ships in Camden with the engine running, spitting out water and exhaust. Above the engine exhaust is the hole for the manual bilge pump. This manual pump allows you to pump water from the bottom of the boat if the automatic one is not working for some reason, like if you lose power. One place that I didn't include is where the propeller shaft comes through, since a propeller shaft should always be in that hole. But it is a place where water can come in if things aren't sealed right. Just to the left of the propeller shaft is a raw water intake for cooling the engine. And behind that is a water for flushing the marine head or toilet, which we don't use anymore because we put in the composting toilet. So that one is shut off and plugged. This larger hole is for flushing the marine toilet. There are some regulations, like you need to be more than 3 miles offshore in order to open that and flush that. That's right. Think of that next time you go to the beach. And lastly is the drain for the galley sink, which is just above the waterline. I should mention that all the holes at or below the waterline should have shutoffs on them called seacocks, like this one. And when we leave our boat, we make sure that all the seacocks are closed, just to make sure water doesn't come rushing in if a hose should break or something like that. So there you have it. Those are the holes in our boat. Every boat is different, but that should give you a good introduction to what some of them are for. I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy sailing to you!